You're listening to Anarchy Radio. Radio without rules, and this is another episode of the House of Deville. Alright, welcome back to the House of Deville.
I'm Angelus Deville.
And you're listening to the House of Deville. As we were talking, I told you in 1776, under the leadership of the Jesuit priest and Adam Weishaupt, all secret societies and global affairs were reorganized under a group known as the Illuminati that have been in control of every global issue since the beginning. Now we're going to talk about a little group that people like to believe is trying to help the world become a better place. The United Nations. Yes, people, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the United Nations. There was this woman, a fake psychic by the name of Madame Blavatsky, who was also in associations with the Jesuit priest, and a huge supporter of the Jesuit priest, was funded by the Jesuit priest. So this Madame Blavatsky, who was funded by the Jesuit priest of the Catholic Church, created a society called the Theosophical Society, which is responsible for the New Age movement. This Madame Blavatsky, of course, influenced a group of people. These group of people that she influenced became known as the Council on Foreign Relations. Madame Blavatsky and her theosophical ideas, her New Age movement, influenced the people in the Council on Foreign Relations. Madame Blavatsky, the influencer, was in the pockets of the Jesuit priest. Therefore, the Jesuit priest had influence over the Council on Foreign Relations. The Council on Foreign Relations had money. They put their funds. They funded a little publishing company known as Lucifer Publishing Company, which was later on changed its name to Lucius Trust Company. These same men who were influenced by the Jesuit priest created the United Nations. Alger Hiss, convicted treasonist of the United States government, helped create the United Nations. The United Nations is heavily controlled by fascist dictators throughout the world, yet they supposedly have our best interests at heart. They're completely under the control of the Jesuit priest. Margaret Sanger, who was influenced by Madame Blavatsky, who was funded by the Jesuit priest. Margaret Sanger created Planned Parenthood. Margaret Sanger created Planned Parenthood to eliminate what she thought was the unwanted people. She was influenced by the Jesuit priest, this Margaret Sanger. And now, right after we come back, we're going to talk about Margaret Sanger and how she also was controlled by the Jesuit priests. This is the House of Deville. I'm Angelus Deville, and we're talking about the New World Order, and I'll be right back.